everyone, and welcome back to Shelter 2. And we are here. I kind of want to see... Somehow I feel you won't be able to venture out that way, but I almost want to see if you can, because there is a really cool looking island over there. But yeah, we're here with Crow, and we're just going to be running around and exploring this episode and trying to find some of the collectibles that we haven't gathered yet. Now, I know I want to go towards the main island come wintertime. Wait. Is that the main island? No, that's... Where are we? Where are we? No, yeah, that's not the main island. So the main island is over here, and I'll kind of run over this way. There's actually an island in the center of this lake that the world is set around, and I want to try and visit that in the wintertime. Now, it has to be during the wintertime, because that's the only time you can actually cross the ice. And so we'll head out there and just kind of see what's over there. But I don't really want to do that when we have kittens, because it's kind of a dangerous thing to do, especially in survival mode, because if the ice melts, then yeah, you could end up in some real trouble. But when winter arrives, we will go over there and we will poke around and see if there's anything over there. That does seem to be where the fog originates from, but It'll just be interesting to see if we find anything. And I also want to head... Oh, and I don't think we can actually cross here. Is there water on the other side of this? I think there's like a river channel through there. So what we'll do is we'll start heading back. I think this swamp is kind of one border of the map, and then there's more on the other side. But I'm not going to film all of Crow's travels, or I won't, I'll film it, but I won't show you guys everything, because a lot of it's just going to be wandering around, hunting, whatever, and I'll show you guys the more interesting parts, so like I'll show you a lot of the collectibles and such not, and kind of skip through the rest. So, if we find any rare collectibles, I will definitely be showing that, and we'll kind of just take a look at some of the rest of his adventures here, and kind of see what he gets to do. Now, the rain is stopping, it's going to progress into the rest of autumn, and then winter will arrive pretty soon. So, we'll go ahead, though, and we'll let his journey continue, and we shall see what Crow ends up finding here around the shores of the lake. Well, we are here on the island in the lake where the fog seems to come from, and it's got its own music. I think we maybe did come out here in one season, but it has definitely been a while. And the music out here is extremely unsettling, to say the least. Yeah, that's a little frightening, honestly. It makes me feel uneasy. There's fallen trees everywhere, or dying ones that are just all withered. Honestly, it's quite spooky. I'm not sure I like this. This is a nerve-wracking place to be. Now, I also don't really see any collectibles around here. I'm kind of running around and looking, but I don't really see any on these islands. I think we probably... I'm guessing we were out here on a previous season, and it's just been a while, because I think we came out here like in season 1 or season 2. It does seem familiar to me, but nevertheless, it's still, yeah, it's still spooky, but I don't see any collectibles, and so I'm guessing whatever was out here we already got. So I think we'll probably head back to the mainland here before winter ends, and we'll go poke around in the forest and see what we can find out there. Maybe in that area with a spooky disappearing deer, we'll see what we can find. So this is that lone tree that I was noticing earlier, and weirdly enough, when I approached it, the music actually changed. So there's gotta be something special about this tree. Is this a rare collectible, possibly? I don't know that it is. We'd have to see. No, it's not. But there's definitely something about this tree that's unique. And I want to figure out why exactly. I have a feeling this could be where one of the rare collectibles is. Possibly. Because there is definitely a spooky vibe to this place. It doesn't look like you can go in the tree. I was thinking maybe it would be like a hollow tree or something. But nevertheless, it is a tremendously large tree. And it is a solitary tree as well. Open. I'm going to snag if I can. Which I probably can't. Nope, I can't. But yeah, it's quite a large tree, and I don't really know why it's why the music changes when you get near it, but it does. So it's kind of just a large spooky tree in the woods, I think. So this is the waterfall. We've actually been over here before. I think it was back in Season 1 or Season 2 as well. That was back when we ventured into these woods and kind of had a disaster here. So, but yeah, you actually can cross the waterfall. I think you might have to go down this way. Is it over here? No, I think you actually cross behind the waterfall, if I'm not mistaken. Because I'm pretty sure, I know there is a path to the other side, and I know the other side will actually lead you to the tundra, but maybe either that or you cross over the top. Oh, it might be over the top. There's something at least. Oh no, it is this way. It is behind the waterfall. So yeah, there's actually a little secret path back here behind the waterfall, and you can actually run along here and get to the other side. And over here is where the gateway to the tundra is. Now, this is kind of a tough part of the forest. Sometimes there's not a lot of food, so I wouldn't recommend you come over here unless you're really prepared for it. But if you are, then by all means, it's a pretty neat place to see, and we're going to be poking around here looking for some collectibles, because we still haven't found the 2 rare ones. So I'm pretty sure this is the path to the mountains, actually. No. Oh, no, this is the path to the tundra. Okay. So, yeah, if we go back... So there's a little cave here that you can find if you venture off to... I'll show you where this is on the map as well. But there's a cave that leads you to the tundra. And it looks like spring is actually arriving, or I should say it sounds like it. I hear the springtime music appearing. And if we head back here... Yeah, it's actually springtime. And so right here on the map, if you want to get to the tundra... You have to come up to... Where are we even? I can't even see our icon. But you can see... Maybe you can't see. You can see where the icon to the tundra is. And so if you click right here... Actually... Is that... That is the tundra, I think, right? There's, I guess, a couple areas, maybe... and I didn't know that. Why wouldn't it let me... That won't let me jump. Okay, there we go. Now I can run. It wouldn't let me run or jump or anything. But yeah, so right here... Okay, I'm gonna try and catch one of those rabbits, maybe. If I can be a little quiet about it. But if we look on the map, hopefully it'll show where we're at now. Oh yeah, you can see down at the bottom... There's that little cave area, and I'm pretty sure that takes us to a higher part of the tundra. So it's not the main Tundra entrance, but it is a Tundra entrance. So if you want to get to the tundra, you can go over there. And I have a feeling there might be some secrets on the other side. So I'm actually going to go back in and investigate and see if there's anything special over there, because it might be an area you can't access from anywhere else. So this is where you come out in the tundra. I don't think it's really a special area. Oh, it does actually bring you kind of near this place, though. So this glacier is going to be important later on. But for now, we're not going to do anything with it. But yeah, so it brings you out near this area. It's just a different entrance to the tundra, I guess. And I don't think there's anything... Well, if there's something about it that is particularly special, you guys will probably tell me, except for... the glacier, which the glacier is special in its own way as well. But, yeah, I'm sure you guys will tell me if I'm forgetting it or missing anything here. But yeah, so there's like a little secret entrance to the tundra, aside from the main one that you can go through over here, if you feel like ending up in this area instead of elsewhere, or if you feel like taking a different path to the forest. Oh, there's a bear here. So, I think this is a great time to demonstrate, or to learn at least. Okay, here we go. How to avoid a bear. So, bear is gonna charge us, and we get out of the way. Oh, he's turning. Oh gosh, okay, so that's... I was lied to. They said you could dodge out of the way. Oh, Crow, I'm sorry. That was not what I was hoping your day would end like. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, better to learn now than when we have kittens. So I kind of want to find out where the fires are still, and I think we're going to try and do that here. I'm just going to run into the woods, and we'll see if we trigger a fire anywhere. Because I have a definite feeling that it's the woods. They've got to be somewhere around here. Also, maybe I will try and... Oh, no. Oh, we got one. Okay. I want to replenish my stamina, so we'll bring down that deer. But if we're quick about this, then maybe we can actually see where the fires are, because I want to know where this is going to be dangerous. I want to know where we're, I want to know where we're going to end up running into trouble, and not of the bear variety. So let's make our way deeper into the woods. If at any point a fire is triggered, then we'll know where the fires spawn. And I think it might be this area over here. It's in the birch woods. Wait. Oh no, that's just the spooky tree music. Okay, that's fine. It's in the birch woods in the main area. And so I think it might be in the birch woods here as well. Can we get it? We got it. Okay. We got the pheasant here. We're going to try and keep our stamina up so we can move through this at high speeds. But the birch trees also seem to spawn along the walls here. So they kind of indicate to you where the walls are. But I have a hard time... Wait a second. Oh, we found it. We found it. We found the fire area. Alright, where is the fire going to start? I don't see where it is. I don't see where it is. Okay, it is the birch trees. This is on fire as well. Yeah, lots of things are on fire. Okay, the regular forest is catching fire as well. Let's not run straight back into the flames. Let's kind of escape. Alright. Let's run to this tree. I don't think this tree will burn. But yeah, you can see the fire back there in the distance. And it definitely is spreading. Wow, that's fairly frightening. Is that... That's just a leaf, I think. But yeah, so it spreads through the woods back there. And then it will go away when the rain comes. So I guess that area where we were before isn't where the fires actually spawn. In fact, it's coming even further this way. Hopefully we'll be safe over here, but look at how much fire there is in the distance. That's not good. That's scary. But we at least know where it is. So if you go towards that birchwood, right past this tree here, that's when the fires will start, and then the rain will put them out and they'll go away and everything goes back to normal and it's fine. So there, the smoke stops rising and the fire will dissipate. So it's these birch trees over here that appear to trigger it, so keep that in mind if you're roaming around. There's the sun again, even though it's raining out. Everything should be good in the forest once more. So I've been running around for a while too, and I think we're probably going to start to wrap this up because we haven't actually found any of the rare collectibles here, but we've made some good progress on finding some of the others, and there's definitely more to explore. I anticipate it'll take us quite some time to figure out where the different... to figure out where everything is going to be and to roam around a little bit more, but we've done quite a bit, so I think we're going to have Crow head home. I mean, he's taken a dump he's taken a spill into an icy lake, he's been chased and attacked by a bear, he's escaped a fire, he's wandered into the tundra, there's all kinds of things. Yeah, it's yelling at me because it's like, go home, Jay. But yeah, so we're gonna give him a rest here because he's had quite the adventure. But it is, I think, quite some time for his story to conclude. It's been now a full year in game since his kittens have left, and so we're gonna go ahead and make our way home. I still feel like there's something up with this tree because it has its own special music and everything. But I don't know how we'd figure out what that is. I don't see anything about it off the top of my head here that's unusual. So if any of you guys know the secret of the tree, then let me know. But maybe it's just a cool, creepy tree in the woods. Otherwise, we're going to actually go ahead and have Crow make his way back to the den. And I think I will meet you guys there. And here he is resting after quite the adventure. He has successfully raised kittens, which is not something most male lynxes would do. And not only that, but he got all 4 of them safely to adulthood and had quite the adventure even after they left. And I can imagine he is probably pretty tired now. So we are going to let him follow the stars to the next chapter of his story, where he will pass from beyond our sight. And you guys will have the chance to vote after this for which of his descendants you would like to see us follow. So keep an eye out in the video description. There will be a poll, and you will have the chance to vote as to which one of his children you would like to see us follow. So make sure you guys go do that. But for now, we'll follow this trail of stars through the dark meadow. I love the way they do the constellations overhead, too. It's so cool. It's very stylized, but I love that, honestly. Like, it's interesting because Shelter 2 is both a realistic game, but at the same time, it has so much lore to it. It has a lot of lore embedded in it, and this very fantastical feel, despite the fact that, for the most part, the gameplay is fairly realistic. So, it's really an amazing blend, and, I love the style of these games, honestly. I know I talk about that a lot, but honestly, I love this game quite a bit. The team did an amazing job with it, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So we'll head back here, though, and just around this corner will be the meadow, where we are about to start off on the next chapter of our story. So, let's see. I'm curious to see who Crow is going to meet. I don't really remember. I'm trying to remember what his ancestors looked like. Or maybe it'll be a kitten. Who knows? You guys will have to tell me what you think. I like that the ending is left open for interpretation. And so you guys will have to give me what you think happened here at the end of the story. Or I guess it's not quite the end of the story as much as it's a new beginning. It's the next chapter of his life, but it's when we will no longer be following him. And I kind of liken it. Oh, and is it red or brown? I think that's the brown skin. It's hard to tell because the light is red. But I think that's the brown skin. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that's really, really neat. So you guys will have to tell me, what do you think? Is this a kitten? Could this be Thorn come back to say hello? Looking very, very large and well-fed, as usual? Or is this a new mate? Or what do you guys think? Is this an ancestor that he's reunited with? What do you guys think happens here? But yeah, you guys will have to give me your thoughts on that. And I've often likened this part, in the story in general, to kind of like what happens when researchers put a radio collar on an animal. For a while, they're able to follow it, and they can track its movements, they can see what it's doing, they can learn a bit about its life. But after a while, that collar starts to wear out, and eventually it stops transmitting its signal, and unless they find the animal again and put another collar on it, then they lose that glimpse into that animal's life, and they have to move on to another. And so that's kind of what our stories here are a lot like. We get to follow these guys for some time. We get to learn about them. We get to watch a chapter of their lives, but then they go on, and we don't see the rest of their story. And they live the rest of their lives without us. And so that's kind of what I often will liken it to, because I'm sure that story goes on, but it's going to be left up to you guys' speculation as to what you think happened next. We're never going to have a canon answer. And so it's kind of an interesting thing, and it's always a bit of a bittersweet ending, because you do get attached to these guys, or at least I do. After playing as them, seeing their struggles, their successes, their failures, I really do end up getting quite attached to them. It is always hard to say goodbye, but I'm sure Crow's story will go on, and you guys are more than welcome to guess about what may happen even after he passes from our sight. So also, can we just take the chance to appreciate how many people worked on this game, because it really does take a village. There's so many, and it took all of them to make this game possible. And I also love how, we'll see in a moment here, at the very end here, it's a special thanks to all mothers. And it's just, I think that's such a sweet way to end the game, because sometimes we will have a father involved here too, but for the most part, this game is about mothers, and I think that's an important thing. Moms don't get enough credit, and honestly, they really deserve it. They put up with a lot. So definitely a special thanks to all mothers. Oh dear, this happens from time to time. Can't I have a sweet ending to a series without getting interrupted by a car alarm? Yeah, thanks. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end off this episode here for today because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.